winning a 7-goal thriller on the on the edge of Lake Como by 4-3. Cagliari beat Cremonese by 1-0 in their last outing. 4 changes made by Christian Kivu ahead of tonight's game. Augusto, Martinez, De Vries and Mkhitaryan come in. Bastoni, Sucic, Sommer, Acerbi, Zielinski are the ones that drop out. Bastoni is injured, as is Sucic as well. 3 changes for Cagliari. Adopo, Sulemana and Pedro come in. Mazzitelli is suspended. Deola and Follow-Runshaw are the ones that drop to the bench. 57 times they've met in all competitions. Inter very much having the best of it with 33 victories to Cagliari's 7 and 17 draws. And the last time these two sides locked horns was back in September last year when Inter won by 2-0. So, ahead of the game tonight, we're getting towards the business end of the season. Inter edging ever closer to winning the Scudetti this evening. They go with a 3-5-2 formation, a change in goal. Josep Martinez is in goal. Back 3 of Manuel Akanji, Stefan De Vries and Carlos Augusto. And then a middle 5 of Denzel Dumfries, the captain Nicolo Barella, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Haklon Kolehoglu and Federico Di Marco. And Marcus Thuram and Pio Esposito will lead the line. On the bench for Inter, Jan Sommer is the substitute goalkeeper. Then we've got Piotr Zielinski, Luis Enrique, and Joan Boni, Francesco Acerbi, David Fratesi, Andy Diouf, Matteo Darmian, Mattia Mosconi, and Christos Alexiou. Those are the subs. 3-5-2 also for Cagliari, for manager Fabio Pizzacane. They go with Elia Caprile in goal. A back 3 of Zé Pedro, Yerry Mina and Juan Rodriguez. The 5 across the middle, Marco Palestra, Michele Doppo, Gianluca Gaetano, Ibrahim Suleimana and Adam Ober, and Sebastiano Esposito and Gennaro Borelli are the 2 which lead the line. On the bench for Cagliari, the 2 keepers, Giuseppe Ciocchi and Alan Sherry. And then we've got Semi Kilikshoi, Alessandro Daiola, Othniel Ratterink, Andrea Bellotti, Augustin Albarracin, Alberto Docena, Joseph Leteta, Gabriel Zappa, Paul Mendy, Yael Treppi and Mikael Follorunshaw. So, the 2 sides now enter the arena under the lights here. Inter, of course, in their famous black and blue stripes with the black shorts and the black socks. And out come Cagliari, all in white this evening, as they line up either side of the halfway line. Matteo Marchetti is the man in the middle this evening for this game. And as I say, Inter edging ever closer to winning the league. They have been magnificent this season. And of course they are just vying with their near neighbours and their ground sharers AC Milan for that league title. But as things stand, Inter very much in the box seat. They are 9 points ahead of Napoli and AC. In fact, AC have dropped down to 63 points. They've lost their last 2 games. Napoli now in second place. So you would feel that the title is Inter's for the losing, really. As for Cagliari, well, they're 6 points above the relegation zone at the moment. Lecce, Verona and Pisa are in the bottom 3. They're 6 points clear of them. And they did get that win against Cremonese, and that was on the back of 4 straight defeats. So they come into this with a little bit of confidence ahead of tonight's game here under the lights at the San Siro, which we know is going to be redeveloped over time. Of course, there's been a big debate again with Italy failing to qualify for the World Cup for the 3rd time in recent times, and there was a big debate into that. The stadiums, the academies, they were criticised. So it's looking like the Italian Football Federation are looking to do something about that, because it really is quite extraordinary that, I mean, Italy are a huge force in world football, and but again, they don't qualify for the biggest tournament on earth. Huge crowd inside the San Siro tonight, the crowd in full voice. Under the lights here, the skies have darkened over Milan, and the two captains meet in the middle. And the huge figure of Yerry Mina, the Colombian, wears the captain's armband tonight. Of course, with Premier League experience, and Nicolo Barella. And the officials in the middle, as I said, Matteo Marchetti is our referee tonight here at the San Siro. And on VAR duty is Signor Meraviglia, should it be required. So Inter will be playing from left to right in this first half, and Cagliari from right to left. Huge game. Of course, as I said, Inter can nudge their way ever closer to winning the league title, but for Cagliari, it is huge. I mean, they could, if they could get this over the line tonight, and it's very much, you know, stats say everything against it, that they could really take a huge step to Serie A survival this evening. They will have kick-off, and we're just now waiting for confirmation from the official to get us underway here. It is Inter Milan against Cagliari. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company this evening on this Friday night for Serie A action. Cagliari are poised to get us underway here, and we're off and running. Goes all the way back to Caprile, who's all in salmon pink this evening. Long clearance down the field straight away, looking for Esposito and Borelli. But Inter win the ball. They have it in centre field now on that left-hand side, tight to the touchline. Here's De Marco, and it comes all the way back for the first touch of the evening for the Spanish keeper Josep Martinez. A rare start for him this evening. Here is Stefan de Vries, another player who's found first team starting difficult this season for the Dutchman, but he comes into the side tonight, replacing the veteran Francesco Acerbi. And Dumfries over there on that far side. Well, he's been dispossessed, and now Palestra will come down this right-hand side, but Inter win the ball back on the halfway line and then promptly lose it once more. And Cagliari come forward now. This is a promising break. Edge of the box, they have it. Left-footed shot. It takes a deflection and goes out for a corner. Off Denzel Dumfries. So, first opportunity here from a set piece for the visitors, and it will be Adam Ober, the Slovakian international, to take this corner. 90 seconds gone, so really good opportunity here for Cagliari early on in the contest. Out-swinging corner, headed away out to this right-hand side, gathered in by Zé Pedro. Now, can they get the cross in? Ball whipped into the area, headed away again, out towards that far touchline, gathered in again by Zé Pedro. Cagliari have it on halfway. Bright start here from the visitors, and Rodriguez rolls it all the way back to Caprile in goal. And to Zé Pedro once again on this far right-hand side. The Portuguese right back comes all the way back to Caprile. No press from Inter, so the keeper just assessing his options. Ponderously slow there near the penalty spot. There's Pedro now, fires it out to Palestra on this right-hand side. Long ball down the flank. They've got in round the back here, have Cagliari. They're inside the box on this right-hand side. Ball ferried back to the edge of the area. Shot comes in. Oh, it's palmed around the post by Martinez. I don't think it was going to trouble him. It was from Esposito. Not sure he got really any great contact on that. It actually took a huge deflection, in actual fact, of Henrik Mkhitaryan, the Armenian, which took a lot of pace off the ball. Martinez was there to palm it round the post. Here's Aubert with the corner once more towards the back post, misses everybody, and he's gathered in over on that right hand side. Pedro, ball comes back into centre field, ball whipped into the area again, headed away by De Vries. Once again Cagliari have it on this right hand side, but they've lost possession there, and that's good play from the Brazilian Augusto, and he wins a throw-in over on that far side. 3.5 minutes gone. It's been a very lively start here by the visitors. They've come out all guns blazing. They're not in any real immediate danger, 6 points above the drop zone, but a win here tonight would be huge for them, absolutely huge. But it's very much against the cards if you look at the history of these two sides, but one never knows. Inter have it now over on this far left hand side, tussling away over there was Mkhitaryan, but it goes out for a throw-in for Cagliari over on that far right hand side. 4 minutes gone. Fabio Pisacani looking very smart in a dark blue suit. And Zé Pedro will have this throwing for Cagliari, just rubbing the ball on his shirt. Fantastic atmosphere inside this very iconic stadium. Long throw downfield, it's headed back downfield by Inter, but comes back to Pedro, launches it downfield, well, to nobody in particular. It's gathered in by Carlos Augusto. Now here's Akanji, the Swiss international, former Manchester City player. Now Barella through the middle. That's a good ball, but they've lost the ball again, Inter, in centre field. Cagliari have it once more. Comes back towards the edge of the area. Now it comes out to this left-hand side to Sulemana, who's on loan from Napoli, the Ghanaian. Now Akanji down this right-hand side, looking for Dumfries, but that was a good sliding block there, coming in from Gaetano, so it will go out for a throw-in for Inter. And Dumfries takes it quickly, goes all the way back to Manuel Akanji, rolls it across to Stefan De Vries, inside the centre circle in the Cagliari half. 5.5 minutes gone, 0-0. Here is Kalahoglu, the Turkish international, to Akanji, and now De Vries will bring it again down the field, in centre field. Here's Barella, the captain. Floats the ball towards that back post, but that's not very accurate. Straight into the arms of Elia Caprile. He plucks it out of the air. Just trying to pick out Marcus Thuram there. Caprile rolls the ball out for Rodriguez, the Uruguayan. But they've lost the ball inside their own half now here, Cagliari. And an opportunity here. Now then, they're inside the area, but just a heavy touch there from Thuram. Allowed Cagliari to clear the ball downfield, and Akanji tidies that up and sends it back to Martinez. Now here's Augusto, the Brazilian, up to halfway. And now Mkhitaryan. Veteran stages now, 36 years old, the Armenian. Akanji back to De Vries on halfway. He will bring it forward once more. Just shy of 7 minutes gone. Augusto. Again, Inter just happy to play it across the back line at the moment, waiting for an opportunity. De Vries will bring it into the Cagliari half. Picked up by Mkhitaryan once more. Turns, finds Dumfries on this right-hand side. Akanji has peeled out towards this near touchline. Now, ball into the area, looking for Dumfries, but it caught him on the heels there. But it's a sliding clearance anyway to stop it going out for a corner. I'm not sure it would have done. Need to take the throw-in quickly. Here's De Vries. Halfway inside the Cagliari half. Mkhitaryan. And now Barella to Akanji. Back to Barella. Passing it around nicely here, Inter. Now Akanji on this near side. Back to Nicola Barella, comes into centre field, but his ball is an errant one, and it's intercepted by Sulemana. Now Cagliari can break down this right-hand side. Here comes Palestra. Numbers coming forward, whips the ball into it, takes a big deflection, and it will go out for a corner to Cagliari on that far right-hand side. Just a little shot across the bows there for the league leaders from Cagliari, hitting them on the counter there. Palestri got pace to burn down that right-hand side. It took a big deflection in the end off Augusto, and it will go out for a corner. Cagliari, first corner of the evening for them. 8.5 minutes gone here inside the San Siro. Ball whipped in again into the area, glancing header away, edge of the area, fired back in, but it hits a blue and black shirt. Now, can they break down the middle? Chiram, it's a heavy touch, takes it into the Cagliari half, and Palestra tidies up, sends it back to Caprile, then launches it back downfield. The header goes up in the air from Di Marco, and then De Vries will clear it downfield again. And, no, they keep it in play. Was heading out over the sideline. And Mina will return it to Caprile. And here is Juan Rodriguez. Here's Ober, the Slovakian, on this left-hand side. Comes back to Mina in the centre. 1.5 minutes gone. Cagliari just happy to play it across their back line for the moment. Then they try the flick up to halfway, looking for Borelli. He can't keep hold of it. Now here comes Nicolo Barella, halfway inside the Cagliari half, sends it back to Akanji, and it comes out to this left-hand side. No real evidence of a press here from Cagliari, but they've lost the ball there of Milan. And then I thought that was a foul, but the referee has weighed play on. Playing advantage, Aubert. Here is Sulemana. Cagliari player has stayed down inside the centre circle, and Sulemana has put the ball out of play. So they will come back for this. It was Borelli there. He was just caught late by Henrik Mkhitaryan. The referee did play advantage, so it will be a free kick to Cagliari, and they've gone all the way back to the keeper, Caprile, and he rolls it out to this right-hand side to Zé Pedro. And here is Yerry Mina for Cagliari. 11 minutes gone, 0-0. Lively start to the game. A lot riding on it for both teams. Comes back to Caprile once more, and he hammers it up towards the halfway line, looking for Esposito. Foul comes in again there, just shy of halfway. And this time it was Kalahoglu. Just a shove over there again on Gennaro Borelli. So a free kick to Cagliari, just shy of halfway. Mina is standing over it. Thought about the short one, and has changed his mind. But then he does go short, just rolls it back to Rodriguez. Then it comes out to this left-hand side. Nice flick round the corner. Now then, coming down this left-hand side. Ball squared towards the edge of the area. Borelli, he squares it to the right. Shot comes in. It's over the bar. Fairly tight angle. That was a nice move there. It was Palestra with the shot there for Cagliari. Goal kick taken short and quickly by Josep Martinez. And Inter will come forward again. Here's Akanji. They've certainly not come here to frustrate and defend Cagliari. They need the points. There's the makings of an entertaining game. DeMarco comes infield, little flick round the corner, left-hand side, ball whipped into the area, cleared away from the edge of the 6-yard box and then headed away. DeMarco has it again, wins the header. Oh, and then nice little interplay on the edge of the box, but was that a foul? No. The referee plays on. Here's Dumfries. Now Akanji on this right-hand side. We know that Inter have got enormous amount of quality. They're miles in front in this league. Oh, DeMarco tried a volley from the edge of the area and it was mishit, and then the second effort came in there from Thuram. Brilliant save from Caprile, but I think the offside flag had gone up anyway. Let's have another look at this. Completely mishit by Federico Di Marco, and then the turning volley from Marcus Thuram hit it into the ground. That was an outstanding save from Caprile. Outstretched right arm, because that was heading into that bottom corner, but I have a suspicion that the offside flag had gone up before that. So Cagliari survive, and it will be a free kick to the visitors. The Sardinian side, of course, one of the sort of anomalies in Serie A, one of the island teams. Here is Nicolo Barella. Now then, here's Mkhitaryan on halfway, gives it back to Barella down this right-hand side, halfway inside the Cagliari half. Here comes Akanji once more in the white boots. Ball back inside to Barella. And Inter looking to just nudge that towards the edge of the area there, but that was well defended. And then on this near side, Adam Aubert tries to clear it downfield. Header infield off Inter, but it comes straight to the feet here of Sulemana. And now out to Palestra on this right-hand side. He's a dangerous player. Tries to fire it into the area. Cleared away, but back to Sulemana. He will have it here now. Cagliari knocking it around with real confidence here on this far right-hand side. 14.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Absorbing contest so far. Ball comes infield to Adopo, the Frenchman. He has the ball again. Now then, plays it infield once more, trying to find it towards the edge of the area, but Inter, they defend it, and they will now come away on the counter. Here comes Marcus Thuram, gets it through here now for Pio Esposito, into the box, gets the return ball, the keeper comes out, hasn't dealt with it, shot from Di Marco, it's blocked near the goal line, and it goes out to that far right hand side. It stays in play, but well, the keeper there, Caprile, got in a good shot. Well, Cagliari are going to get a free kick now. Foul comes in from Inter, but that was a really good break from Inter Milan. Pio Esposito gets the return ball. Caprile came out. He got in a terrible muddle there. I think it was Adopo, and he went for the same ball, and then it broke for Di Marco. And Adopo, of course, was still there, and he ended up blocking it near the goal line. So a near scare there for Cagliari. I think that will sort of mark the template for the evening. Another foul comes in on that far right-hand side on Michel Adopo. I think both teams are looking, that was by Kalahoglu, by the way, I think both teams have been looking to sort of contain and then hit on the break. Both teams have got great pace at the top end of the field. And that was the first decent chance, really, of the game, falling to Federico Di Marco. Will be a throw-in for Cagliari on this near side. Thrown downfield by Aubert, but in to win the ball back. And then, well, tussling for it. Referee has blown his whistle. It says it's a foul by Marcus Thuram. But I've commentated on Cagliari before, and even though they're down 16th in the league, they are a fighting team. They don't come and you know, try to frustrate, and they come and give it a real dig. Referee having an extended word here with Nicolo Barella. Maybe he was questioning the decision. It was definitely a tug on the shirt by Thuram. The referee, Matteo Marchetti, just enforcing his authority there with the Inter captain. Ball comes all the way back to Caprile. Has it on the edge of the 6-yard box where he launches it downfield. But it's the header is won in the middle there by Augusto. Comes out to this far left-hand side. Ball chipped down the left channel. Zé Pedro has won it back for Cagliari, and in fact will win a throw-in for the Sardinians over on that far right-hand side. Just coming up to 18 minutes gone. 0-0. It's been a good game. Both teams having a real dig, as you would imagine. As I say, both teams have quite a lot to play for. Inter will be just looking to try and wrap the title up as soon as they can, whereas Cagliari, they're all about survival. Ball whipped into the area here. Esposito's shot blocked by Gaetano. Ball up to the halfway line, but Inter win it back again, and then Cagliari hammer it downfield, and that will be chased back by Denzel Dumfries, the Dutchman. Fires it across to his fellow countryman De Vries, and now Mkhitaryan will bring it forward for Inter. Comes out to this left-hand side for Di Marco. Ball comes back to Augusto. Patient build-up again. Halfway inside the Cagliari half. Now Kalahoglu. This is Manuel Akanji. Ball comes back into centre field to Henrik Mkhitaryan. Nudges it into the penalty area. Little back heel there. And then that was good defending though, and then a foul comes in, but the referee not interested. A player went down in a white shirt, and then there is a foul on this near side. And Fabio Pizzacane, well, first foul he thought there was coming in on Ibrahim Sulemana. And then he felt there was another one. Oh, sorry, on Yerry Mina. And then there was another one on Sulemana on this near side, but none have been given. Akanji with the throw back to the halfway line, and it's gathered in by Stefan De Vries. Here's Mkhitaryan, edge of the centre circle. Now Akanji once more fires it down that right channel towards the edge of the box, but it's a loose ball, and the sliding challenge comes in. It ricochets off the shins there of Akanji and goes out for a Cagliari throw on this near side. Inter there were complaining there should have been a foul on Pio Esposito. There are two Espositos out there tonight, both wearing the number 94 shirt. We've got Sebastiano for Cagliari and Pio for Inter. As far as I know, they're not related. Anyway, Cagliari have it on this left-hand side, but have lost the ball here. Akanji squares it across to Stefan De Vries. Now Augusto will bring it forward for Inter. Inside the Cagliari half, Di Marco is to his left. He picks him out on that far touch line. Gets the ball back from Thuram. Almost 21 minutes gone. Here's Manuel Akanji once more. Down that right channel, little flick with the outside of the boot there from Esposito. Now here's Barella. Into the box there. It's gathered in. Then put out to this right-hand side. Good sliding challenge though from Adam Aubert. Goes out for a throw-in to Inter, which Dumfries will take. For the Azioneri, as they're known. So Dumfries here now, 10 yards from the corner flag. Booming throw into the area, but it's headed away by Cagliari, and now they'll look to break downfield here, and they do just that. Here is Palestra, and he's fouled quite clumsily by Federico Di Marco, and it will be a free kick to Cagliari. Palestra is a real firecracker for the Sardinians. Loads of pace. Pretty much operating as a wing back tonight. They've gone 3-5-2. In fact, both teams playing that formation tonight, so it is quite fluid. She'll have a real tussle with Di Marco. Ball hammered down that right-hand flank again, and Di Marco clears it out for a throw-in before Palestra can get onto it. Still 0-0, 22 minutes gone. Palestra with the throw. With Sulemani. Back to Palestra on that far side, close to the touchline. Back to Zé Pedro. Here's Yerry Mina, the Colombian, fires it upfield. Little flick round the corner But they've, well, just a little bit too fancy down there were Cagliari, and they lost possession in an attempt to win it back. They've given away a free kick, and in the process it's a yellow card as well for, I think it's Esposito, with the sliding tackle there. Tried to win it off Mkhitaryan, and Sebastiano Esposito goes in the book of Mr. Marchetti, Signor Marchetti. And we're halfway through this first half. Well, that's interesting. Barella has gone over there to the Milan bench. I don't think it was Kiva, it was one of the assistant coaches. They're having quite a heated discussion there about something. Anyway, here come Milan with Mkhitaryan. Now Stefan de Vrij. Halfway inside the Cagliari half. Barella. Now Akanji. Plays it again in towards the edge of the area. Player gone down in the area. And it was Mkhitaryan looking for a penalty there. But Mr. Marchetti, yeah, oh, that's a dive. That is a dive all day long. There's a slight touch in the back there by Gianluca Gaetano, but it certainly didn't warrant the Armenian going down the way he did. And the referee saw right through that immediately. They go short with the goal kick. And it's played into the Milan half. And then there is a foul on de Vrij. And then another yellow card here. This time for Gennaro Barelli. So both Cagliari strikers are now inside Mr. Marchetti's book. Yeah, that was a pretty nasty one there. Both went up for the header. Barelli came in, sort of leapt in the air and clattered de Vrij in the face with his shoulder. Very clumsy that from Gennaro Barelli. So it is a free kick to Inter, which Manuel Akanji will take. It comes out to this left-hand side once more. Ball comes infield. 25 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Little back heel. Now Barella. To this left-hand side. Di Marco whips the ball in from the touchline over towards the back post. Always curling away. Akanji tries to recover it. Sorry, Dumfries tries to recover it. Doesn't win it. Now Sulemana. But they lose the ball again, Cagliari, and then win it back very quickly. And then another foul comes in. 2 players down on the floor on this one. Sulemana is one of them. All the players now quickly gathering round the referee. Inter are not happy about something. Dumfries is the other man that's gone down. Or is it Di Marco? Oh, it might be. No, it's Di Marco. My apologies. But they both went for the ball. And it was one of those. It was a coming together. And both players, yeah, just left something on each other there. Both writhing on the floor. So we've got a little break here while both players receiving some treatment. So after that little break, we're back underway. Cagliari have the ball just short of the halfway line. Still 0-0 here. And The team in 16th place, giving a really good account of themselves so far. They have it on the halfway line, just shy of 28 minutes gone. Here's Yerry Mina, the Colombian international. Now Juan Rodriguez. Here's Aubert, being put under huge pressure there by Dumfries, but he sees him off. They still have it, ball fired up to halfway, but well, there's a little flick round the corner, and Aubert has actually gathered it in on that near side. Ball played infield here. This is Borelli. Comes out to Aubert once again, edge of the area, tries the cross, takes a big deflection off Akanji. He goes up in the air and he hacks it forward, and that will be a free kick. Surely there was a shove. Well, the referee has said no. Well, it looked like a shove to me. They both went for the ball. He sort of barged him off the ball there. Comes out to this far right-hand side. Coming up to the half-hour mark. Still goalless here at the San Siro. Here's Yerry Mina. Now Juan Rodriguez, the Uruguayan, back to Mina. No Gaetano. Just exchanging a few passes here now, Cagliari, just keeping hold of the ball. Now they move it forward. Flicked out to this right-hand side to the dangerous Marco Palestra. Edge of the area on this right-hand side. Tries to take it to the byline. Gets across into the back post, and it's headed away by Dumfries. And it will be a corner for Cagliari on this left-hand side. Big clap there from Sebastiano Esposito to his teammate. Palestri definitely the danger man for Cagliari. It looks like Akanji has gone down here for the Azioneri. Just feeling that when the ball went out for the corner off the head of Dumfries, he just went down on his haunches, the Swiss international. Just feeling that left ankle. He's back up on his feet now, and we will get the corner over on this near left-hand side. Almost half an hour gone. They go short to the edge of the area. Ball returned back. Oh, far too much on that. Disappointing there. I think it was Aubert, just too much adrenaline behind that one. Trying to float it out towards the back post, and it was far too strong. De Vries will bring it forward now for Inter. Now it comes out to this left-hand side. Here's Carlos Augusto. Brings it infield. Still going, the Brazilian. Here's Barella. Now Dumfries on this right-hand side, just short of the 18-yard area. Fires it back into Akanji. Now Barella once more. And again, Cagliari edging them back towards that halfway line. Stefan De Vries. Now Augusto down this left-hand side. Tries to fire it in, but it takes a big deflection off Yerry Mina. Now here is De Vries once again, edge of the centre circle. Fires it out to this right-hand side. Picked up by Akanji. Had to run for that. Now Nicolo Barella. Still going here. Brings it forward. Now then, DeMarco, left-hand side, edge of the area. Fires it into the back post. Oh, goodness me. Caprile got a hand to that. And Thuram was lurking at the back post. Just got his fingertips to it, and ultimately it came off the head of Sulemana, and it will be a corner for Inter Milan on this right-hand side. That was a good cross from Federico Di Marco, who has come over to take the corner on this near right-hand side. Still 0-0, 31.5 minutes gone. Di Marco with the corner towards the back post. Header comes in from Esposito, or well, actually no, it came off a Cagliari player. It's going to be another corner, this time over on the left-hand side. 32 minutes gone. Neither side has really created a really cast-iron opportunity yet. And that's credit to Cagliari in some ways, given the disparity between the two teams. They go short into the area, nudge back to the edge of the box, shot comes in. Did that take another deflection? I think it did. was the shot from Carlos Augusto. Yeah, it just took a deflection off the shins there. I think it was off Gianluca Gaetano. So it will be another corner on this left-hand side for Inter. This time whipped in to the 6-yard box. Dumfries with the header, but he couldn't get over the top of it. And he goes high over the bar from the Dutchman. And it will be a goal kick to Cagliari. And the wait for the first goal still goes on. 33 minutes gone. And I'm sure that if you offered Cagliari a point here tonight for the draw, they'd absolutely snatch your hand off. As I said, they are 6 points above the relegation zone, but if they can get anything out of this game tonight, it would be seen as a massive result against the runaway leaders of Serie A. And they've certainly giving Inter a game here. Here's Mina now, coming forward confidently up to the halfway line. Comes out to Palestra on this right-hand side, hugging that touchline. Dangerous player. Back to Zé Pedro. Now Mina comes infield to Mikel Adopo. A little flick round the corner again, but DiMarco intercepts that, fires it downfield looking for Thuram, but he can't find it, and then the foul comes in from Barelli on Stefan de Vrij. Just coming in through the back of him now. I think caught him in the back of the head. Free kick taken quickly. Barella just stabs it forward to Mkhitaryan. Kanji. Now Barella once more. Comes out to this right-hand side. Played down the right channel here for Esposito, but that's really good defending again from Juan Rodriguez, and Cagliari win the ball back, but now they've lost it on this near side. Ball whipped in by Barella, but it's well defended, and then Sulemana will hack the ball downfield. DiMarco will chase this, and he gathers it in before Palestra can get to it, sends it back to Martinez, the keeper, who's way out of his area, and they fire it up to the centre circle. Now Akanji once more. 35 minutes gone. It is a bit of a war of attrition at the moment. Ball play through the middle by Milan into the Cagliari area, but it just went all the way through to the towering Colombian captain Mina. He fires it down this right-hand side. Here now is Gaetano trying to get away from Barella, but his ball down this left-hand flank goes straight to the feet of the Dutchman, Stefan de Vrij. Now then, Milan come forward once again. This is Mkhitaryan. Said no real cast-iron chances for either team so far. It is an absorbing contest. It's you could be forgiven for thinking first against 16th with home advantage. It could be, something of a parade for Inter, but it's been anything but that. Visitors have really stood firm here. They've won themselves a goal kick as well. It's a frustration at the moment for the league leaders. But Cagliari, boosted by that win against Cremonese on the weekend after 4 successive defeats. And Elia Caprile waves all the players downfield. Not interested in a short goal kick. Hammers it downfield from the edge of the 6-yard area out to this left-hand side. Flick round the corner there by Sulemana, the Ghanaian, who's on loan from Napoli. And now Mkhitaryan will bring it forward for Inter, right down the middle of the pitch. Comes out to Barella, a little flick to Dumfries on this right-hand side. Barella again, the return ball down the right flank, but that's poor. And that will go out for a goal kick. Just look like they're getting a bit frustrated here, Inter. Cagliari have looked very comfortable so far, it has to be said. Short goal kick here, just rolled across to the keeper. And it comes out to Zé Pedro on this right-hand side. His long ball downfield is easily intercepted by Carlos Augusto. But now Cagliari win it back. You have it with Zé Pedro on this right-hand side, up to the halfway line, being hassled all the way by Thuram. Now, they have it on this far right-hand side, try to feed it through there to Borelli, but it's intercepted. Now then, Inter come forward here. Here's Barella. Comes back to Mkhitaryan. Now Akanji inside the centre circle, out to this left-hand side. Here's Di Marco, who's lurking there. Ball comes back into Stefan de Vrij. Now Akanji once more, who's come way in off that right-back position. He's almost in central midfield here as he gets the ball again, the Swiss international. Here's Mkhitaryan. Edge of the area, fires it into Thuram with his back to goal. He can't control it, but it does keep hold of the ball, gets it back to Mkhitaryan, now to Thuram in the area, little chip towards the back post, but it's easily gathered in by Caprile. And Inter are struggling here, they're struggling to come up with anything really meaningful. In Cagliari, dare I say it, look very comfortable at the moment as Caprile launches the ball downfield. Borelli with a flick-on header, but it goes all the way through to the keeper. There was no one else behind him apart from three black and blue shirts. Mkhitaryan will bring it forward again. Here's Di Marco. Gets the ball back off Augusto. Back to Augusto on the halfway line. Now Stefan de Vrij. 39 minutes gone here in this Serie A clash. This Friday night under the lights. Great way to start your weekend. Thanks for your company. I'm Joe Mills. This is Akanji. Back in centre field it comes. Now played into Di Marco, and then he knocks it back towards the edge of the centre circle. Now then, ball towards the left-hand area. Now he's got him round the back. He wins the shot, comes in at the near post. Good save by Caprile from Esposito. It was a bit of a speculative ball out to that left-hand side, but Zé Pedro missed his header and it fell to Esposito, who was lurking behind him. Chested it down and fired in the shot at an acute angle. It was a good save from Elia Caprile. Best opportunity really they've created so far. Ball chipped into the area, easily headed away by Rodriguez out to this near side, but it takes a little flick off Dumfries, so it will be a throw-in for Cagliari. Just over 40 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Throwing from Aubert. Looking for Borelli. There's a coming together there. Both players have gone down. It was a rather clumsy effort from Borelli, who's already on a yellow card, to try and win the ball. And of course, the Inter players are all over Matteo Marchetti. It was a rather, horrible coming together there. Well, he got his toe to the ball, Borelli, and then they just clashed bodies, Borelli and Stefan de Vrij. So to be fair, I don't think there was any kind of intent in that. It was a genuine winning of the ball from Borelli, who's still down, clutching his lower back. De Vrij is back up on his feet, the big Dutchman, but Borelli's still prone on the ground. He's sitting up now, clutching that lower lumbar area. He's back up on his feet. 41.5 minutes gone. Free kick taken quickly. Here's Carlos Augusto. Now Henrik Mkhitaryan in centre field. Almost 42 minutes gone here. Here's Di Marco. Back to Mkhitaryan. Halfway inside the Cagliari half. Just nudges it back to De Vrij. Now it comes back out to Di Marco on that far left-hand side. But again, Cagliari just holding their position, frustrating Inter. They can't break them down. They really can't. Here's Augusto again. Out to this left-hand side. Lets it roll through to Di Marco. Then it comes back again to Carlos Augusto. Now Barella, Akanji, who has again dropped into a central position there. Here's Dumfries. Ball comes back to De Vrij. Now Barella fires it through the middle, and again, good defending from Cagliari. But Inter keep hold of the ball. Now Augusto tries to whip it into the area. Brilliant block there from Sebastiano Esposito. It goes out for a throw-in on that far left-hand side. Taken quickly by Di Marco. And he gets the ball back. Now, can he get a crossing? Edges it back towards the edge of the area. Here's Akanji. Now then, can Augusto fire it in? He can. But Esposito, with his back to goal. And it goes over the bar. And again, they're really struggling to break this resilient Cagliari side down here at the moment. "43.5 minutes gone here at the San Siro. Caprile with the goal kick. Commanding header back downfield by De Vries, but it will go out of play over on that far right hand side. And the Portuguese right back, Zé Pedro, will trot across to take this throw in. 90 seconds remaining of normal time in this first half. And all credit here to the visitors. They've been excellent tonight. They've not taken a backward step. And they're frustrating the league leaders here. Put the ball out though through Zé Pedro for a throw-in. Level with the edge of the penalty area on this left-hand side. De Marco gives up that honour. And we're going to get a long throw here. Very much back in vogue. Inside the final minute now of this first half. Carlos Augusto, well, he goes short actually. Gets the ball back, but it's... well, that's careless. It goes straight to Esposito, and then it's hammered downfield, but only towards the edge of the centre circle. Gathered in by De Vries. Now Mkhitaryan. 30 seconds left of normal time. Here's Barella. Here's Augusto. Edge of the area, left-hand side. Feeds it infield to Barella. Now it comes out to this far left side again. They try to whip the ball in there. It's going to take a big deflection, and it will be a corner. We're now heading into added time in this first half. Just the 2 minutes. And Di Marco, the shaven-headed left winger, Italian international, will put the ball down in the quadrant. So a chance from a set piece here just before half time. Here is Di Marco now. Looping corner out to that back post, headed into the mix by Dumfries, cleared away, then a back header, and then there's a free kick on the edge of the area because Sebastiano Esposito, who is now down clutching the back of his head, was clattered into there. But what is interesting here is that Cagliari are really working hard here. They're working hard for each other, they're defending, and they're doing a really good job. Little kiss on the head there by Yerry Mina on Sebastian Esposito. He is a striker, but it's all hands to the pumps. They're all doing their job. And it's a free kick. Caprile, just outside the penalty area, will take this. Long pump downfield, and the Inter player has gone down, but the referee plays on. Ball looped high into the air. Now a Cagliari player's gone down momentarily, but they've won the ball back here, the men in white, the Sardinians. Now Aubert. It goes all the way back to Mina. Now then, Zé Pedro fires the ball through the middle, but it goes through everybody. Martinez comes out of his goal and hammers it downfield up towards the edge of the centre circle. Gathered in by Barella. Literally seconds remaining of this first half now. Here's Marcus Thuram. Back to goal. Up towards the halfway line. It comes down, but they've lost the ball there. But Martinez quickly out of his goal to diffuse that situation. Hammers it downfield into the arms of Caprile. That is half-time here at the San Siro. And full credit to Cagliari. They are really giving Inter a hard time here. Half-time at the San Siro. It is Inter Milan 0. Cagliari 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes with full second half commentary. This is a great game. Don't go away. We'll see you soon. Well, welcome back to the San Siro Stadium. I'm Joe Mills. On this Friday night, it is Serie A action here in Milan as the league leaders take on Cagliari, who are in 16th place, 0-0 at half-time. And the visitors from the island of Sardinia putting up a really good show here against the runaway leaders of Serie A. And 0-0 at half-time. Matteo Marchetti is the referee, and the players now in the tunnel, and it's been a really fantastic effort from Cagliari in that first half. Can they continue as they went on? Inter, of course, in the famous blue and black striped shirts with the black shorts and black socks. Cagliari all in white, absolutely ram-jam full here inside the San Siro under the lights on this Friday night in Milan. And of course the hosts will be looking to edge their way closer to sealing that league title ahead of Napoli and AC. But as far as Cagliari are concerned, they came into this sitting 6 points above the drop zone, and if they can get something out of this game tonight, it will be a huge result for them and steer them towards Serie A safety. And of course, not just that, it'd be a massive confidence boost for the team from Sardinia. So the players now making their way down the futuristic tunnel, all LED lights and flashing signs. Matteo Marchetti coming out. It's one of those tunnels that comes out. It's a subterranean tunnel. And the players now make their way up the steps onto the playing surface. And now Cagliari will follow behind them. And the visitors will be playing from left to right in this second half. Neither side really created any meaningful chances. The couple of times when Caprile was forced into a save, but nothing really kind of glaring, really. The visitors not really stung the hands of Josep Martinez once, but they have looked very, very solid in resisting Inter so far. Fabio Pisacane out in the technical area now, looking very smart in his dark blue suit. Doesn't appear that we've had any substitutions at half-time. So Inter will get us underway in this second half, playing from right to left, 0-0. And just waiting now, Marcus Thuram standing over the ball. Matteo Marchetti puts that bright yellow whistle into his mouth, blows, and we're off underway. Barella will bring it forward for the league leaders. 0-0 here at the San Siro. It's been a good game though. Just going to be interesting to see whether Inter can break down this stubborn Cagliari side. They thought they had a free kick there on the edge of the area, but the referee is not interested. Suleimani will now bring it forward. Here's Esposito, Sebastiano Esposito. We've got two tonight, both wearing the same 94 shirt. The ball comes out onto this near left-hand side. Will be a throw-in for Inter, taken quickly by Di Marco. And here's Carlos Augusto, the Brazilian. Goes back to Stefan de Vries on halfway. Nudge forward now, edge of the area, little chip over the top there, but headed away and then hooked clear downfield by Cagliari. As I say, have looked very, very solid at the back so far tonight. Both teams employing a 3-5-2 formation. Probably five at the back when out of possession. Long range shot comes in there. 25 yards out from Mkhitaryan, but it's gone way, way, way over the bar. And wide as well. So goal kick for Cagliari. Elia Caprile, all in salmon pink tonight, takes it short. Comes out to Zepedro on this right-hand side. His ball downfield. Esposito is felled. Stays down as well. Referee not interested, but that's a good ball up the pitch there. Cagliari still have it. Well, the referee is blown up now as the offside flag has gone up. It's Borelli, the man who stayed down. Claims he was clipped there by Stefan De Vries. Ball comes out to DiMarco on this left-hand side. Fires it into the area, but it's cleared away. Down this left-hand side, picked up by Carlos Augusto. And again, Inter will look to build here from the back. Comes out to DiMarco on this left-hand side. Now Thuram, can they get the ball in from the byline? They can, towards the back post, but it's headed away. Edge of the area, shot comes in, but it's wide of the left-hand post from Nicolo Barella. On the half volley. It goes wide of that left-hand post. Still 0-0 here at the iconic San Siro Stadium. And Cagliari, as I said, so far standing firm. They've given it pretty much everything so far tonight. They, of course, it's never easy when you're playing teams that are fighting for survival, which they are. Having said that, they are 6 points clear, but, you know, they will be targeting something here. Early result tonight, 2 games tonight. Sassuolo have beaten Como by 2-1 in the earlier game this evening. Suleimana it was with the header, and then, well, we've got a player down here who's receiving treatment. Looks like it's a blow to the face. Either way, it's a goal kick for Cagliari, and Caprile puts the ball down on the edge of the 6-yard box. 49 minutes gone, ball hammered downfield. Esposito with a flick-on header. Another header by Suleimana, but it goes all the way through to Josep Martinez. Gets the ball upfield quickly, and Inter will come up down this right-hand side. Now then, here's Mkhitaryan. Gets the ball back on the edge of the centre circle. Now De Vries. Mkhitaryan once again. Out to this right-hand side. Barella. Into the box it comes. Here's Pio Esposito trying to get to the byline. Gets it back, fired across the edge of the 6-yard box there, and it missed everybody. And we'll go out for a throw-in for Cagliari on this near side. It's good work there. Little drag back ball. It was Dumfries with the ball across the face of the 6-yard box. There's nobody there to turn it home. Another assist by the Dutchman. Throw-in taken by Zé Pedro, but it falls to the feet here of Akanji for Inter Milan. 0-0, 50 minutes gone. Carlos Augusto, now De Vries, picks it up on halfway. Found difficult to break into the starting 11 this season. Here's Augusto, inside the centre circle, inside the Cagliari half. Now De Vries once more, but he's sends it over to this far right-hand side to Manuel Akanji. Now Augusto once more in centre field. Comes out to this right-hand side to Denzel Dumfries. Gets a return ball, edge of the area. Tried to flick it round the corner there with Esposito, but he breaks here. Player gone down in back play for Inter. Here's DiMarco, but he can't quite gather it in. Cagliari have it with Palestra tugging here, and he's been fouled by Kalahoglu, but it's Thuram, the man that's gone down, clutching the back of his head, the Frenchman. Apologies, it was Carlos Augusto with the foul on Palestra. Just the arm round the back of his head there by Yeremina. Didn't look overly much in it, but Thuram has got sort of 2 large plasters on the back of his neck coming into this game, but it will be a free kick for Cagliari, and it will be Zé Pedro, the Portuguese right back. He launches it downfield, And Martinez has come all the way out of his goal and has launched it back downfield. Zé Pedro with the return header, brought down by Mkhitaryan. And now in to have it on this near side. Breaks here for Di Marco. Gets into the area, left-hand side, back post, 1-0. Back post, it's Marcus Thuram. Brilliant ball in there by Federico Di Marco. And they hit them on the counter. And the French international, Marcus Thuram, got away from his marker there. And he was waiting at the back post for the tap-in. And that was excellent play from Inter there on the counter. And finally, they have broken the dam here at the San Siro. Inter Milan 1, Cagliari 0. Marcus Thuram with the goal. But it was an excellent ball from Di Marco. They thought there was a foul. The referee played a good advantage. Di Marco broke into the area, left-hand side, fired it across the goal, and Thuram was waiting unopposed at the back post to tap it home under the body of Elia Caprile. And Inter Milan have got the lead, and their inexorable march towards the league title takes another step. Maybe a little harsh on Cagliari, but I mean, they've stuck in it for so long here. But they've not really threatened the Milan goal. Here's Yerry Mina, 53.5 minutes gone, in to have the lead. How will Cagliari respond? Ball played up to the halfway line, but Inter have won it back. Now they can break forward again here. Oh, a heavy touch from Barella as he was coming forward. As he tried to win it back, he's clipped Mina, who's gone down, clutching his left boot. Free kick is given on the Colombian. And it was Mkhitaryan, just left a foot in there. But that was a fine goal from Inter. Superb assist from Federico Di Marco on that left-hand side. Slotted it across the face of goal, and Thuram got away from Juan Rodriguez and just side-footed it home at the back post. So Cagliari, give it away on halfway. Nudged forward. Intercepted, but Milan get the ball back here. They have it on halfway. 54.5 minutes gone. Inter Milan 1, Cagliari 0. Here's Di Marco. Back in field to Mkhitaryan. Now De Vries. Out to this side to Manuel Akanji. Now De Vries once more. Edge of the centre circle. Now Mkhitaryan again. And Inter just happy to keep hold of the ball here. Just inside the Cagliari half. Here is Barella. Hugely experienced. And again, Inter just little short passes inside the centre circle. Little flick round the corner looking for Thuram on the edge of the box. They still have it. Esposito, edge of the area. Shot comes in from Dumfries. It's blocked. Breaks again. 2-0. Fired in from inside the area. And I think it was Nicolo Barella, the captain. Inter Milan 2, Cagliari 0. And it broke for the skipper, and he absolutely drilled it into the bottom left-hand corner. And for all their stubbornness, the side from Sardinia have conceded 2 goals in 3 minutes here. And Nicolo Barella has fired into a 2-0 lead. It was wonderful hold-up play on the edge of the box initially from Esposito, and then the shot was blocked from Dumfries, and then it broke on the edge of the area, and Barella, right-footed strike, and he's absolutely lashed it into the side netting in that far left-hand side, leaving Caprile an absolute statue there. Fine strike. And Barella was hoisted up onto the shoulders of Marcus Thuram. And suddenly this game has taken a huge turn, and Piscani responds. He's going to make a double change here. The captain Diola is coming on, as is also Paul Mendy, the Senegalese midfielder. And the changes are made. Borelli comes off. Who else is coming off? 57 minutes gone. Gaetano is the other man to make way. And after really playing so well in that first half, Inter have finally showed their teeth, show why they are the league leaders. Long ball downfield by Sulemana, but it's well defended there on the edge of the area by DiMarco. And Inter win themselves a throw-in on this near side. Almost 58 minutes gone here. Marcus Thuram on 52. Barella on 56. 2-0 to the league leaders, who will stretch their lead tonight over Napoli. And to 12 points. Napoli, of course, and AC and Juve will have a game in hand, but they're all playing massive catch-up against Inter here. Now then, Cagliari have it in the box on this left-hand side. Little 1-2, but it's hammered away from the edge of the area there by De Vries, all the way downfield. Thuram trying to hold the ball up. He's gone down. Referee has given a free kick there for a foul on the Frenchman. About 30 yards outside the Cagliari goal, and suddenly Inter really got the tails up here. It was a foul by Mina, just got a little bit handsy. Don't like to see managers there. Kivu was motioning for a yellow card. That is not your job, sir. You are the manager of the team. Do not tell the referee what to do. That is really poor. Free kick for Inter. 30 yards out in centre field. Mkhitaryan standing over it. Elia Caprile just finalising his three-man wall. This is a good distance for the Armenian. In fact, it's probably more. I'd say it's maybe 30, 33, 34 yards out. Pretty much in centre field. Here he comes, Mkhitaryan. Long ball! Just wide of the right-hand post. I think it may have taken a little nick. Let's have another look at this. Yes, I think it did. Just glanced the side of the head of Sulemana, and it will be a corner taken short. And then edge towards the edge of the area, but that was a poor corner. Zé Pedro. Oh, they're giving it away though. Of Cagliari inside their own half. Here's De Vries on halfway. Comes out to DiMarco. Sends it back to Stefan De Vries. Now here's Manuel Akanji, just shy of the centre circle. 2-0. Just over an hour gone here at the San Siro. 2 goals in 4 minutes for the league leaders. Showing clinical finishing. Marcus Thuram and the captain Nicolo Barella. Here's DiMarco. It's back to Stefan De Vries. Inside the centre circle. Here's Barella. Floats it out to this right-hand side to Denzel Dumfries. He fires it downfield. Esposito holds it up well. Gets the return ball, still has it on this right-hand side, but that's put out for a throw-in from Rodriguez. And Dumfries will take this throw-in for Inter. 61 minutes gone, throws it to the edge of the area. Esposito uses his size to hold the ball up well, tries to get across, but it's blocked. Cagliari tried to get it downfield, but they couldn't keep hold of the ball, and Inter will come again. Now they got it down this right-hand side. Try to fire it in, and Esposito has fouled Rodriguez there inside the Cagliari box. Free kick taken quickly, but they put themselves under huge pressure here. And another foul on the retreating Mina, who was going towards the dead ball line there. And he was fouled, and that was lucky. Put themselves under massive pressure there, Cagliari. Rodriguez. And Palestra comes into centre field. He's Sulemana out to Palestra again, this time on this right, and he's fouled by Di Marco, so it will be a free kick to Cagliari, halfway inside the Milan half on this right hand side. And with that assist from Federico Di Marco, he's topping the table for assists in Serie A this season. But have Cagliari got a response here? They've toiled. Another foul there comes in on Sebastiano Esposito by Calahoglu. Free kick taken quickly. Here is Esposito on this right hand side into centre field. Esposito again chips the ball down that right channel, and it's headed out for a corner by Carlos Augusto. So Cagliari will have their first corner of this second half, and a chance from a set piece. Just over 63 minutes gone. And when Marcus Thuram scores for Inter, 94% win rate when the Frenchman is on the score sheet, so it's not looking good for the visitors. Corner whipped into the area, goes past everyone. But they've given it away, Milan, on the edge of the area. It's fired back to halfway, though. And all the way back to Caprile, who's out of his area. Here is Palestra. Back to Caprile, edge of the penalty area. Now Yerry Mina. Comes out to this far left-hand side to Aubert. Now back to Mina once again. 64 minutes gone. Ze Pedro. Now Adopo. Little chip upfield there. Ballooned high up in the air. Palestra trying to get away from his man. It's headed out by Augusto for a throw-in. Taken quickly on this near side. Well, I thought he'd taken it quickly. He's actually still got it there. He looked like he was about to throw it. Now he does, Palestra. But they've lost the ball. And now Inter will look to hit on the counter here. Little chip over the top down this left-hand side. And they have the ball here with Mkhitaryan. Edge of the area, floats it across to Marcus Thuram. Now they bring it in. Dumfries into the area. And it's cleared away. Desperate defence from Cagliari, but Sulemana can't keep it under control. Kanji, infield to Barella. Now Di Marco on this left-hand side, edge of the area. Tries to, well, there's a Milan player gone down there in the area. It was totally nothing to do with the play of the ball. It's Pio Esposito. Well, that was bizarre. Di Marco had it on the edge of the area. Was he? Oh, it looked like he was clipped there by Mina. He was making a diagonal run across the edge of the 6-yard box. Referee's not going to look at this at all. Mina having a word there with Esposito. Throw-in taken by Cagliari, but they give the ball back to Inter. And they have it now on the edge of the centre circle. 66 minutes gone. Inter Milan 2, Cagliari 0. Here is Denzel Dumfries on that far right-hand side. Here is Esposito again, back to the goal, holding it up well, fires it back into centre field. De Vries, now Di Marco on this left-hand side, back to Stefan De Vries. Now here comes Barella, dropping deep to pick up the ball. Just nudges himself inside the Cagliari half. Now then, they can break down the middle here. This is a good run. Fired out to DiMarco, left-hand side, squares it across the 6-yard box, but Caprile is down quickly. Pounces on that this time to nullify that cross from DiMarco. Now here's Esposito for Cagliari, fires it down the right channel, too strong there for the run of Mendy, and it goes all the way through to Josep Martinez, and now in to have the ball back with De Vries in centre field. Bring the ball forward up to the centre circle here, up to the halfway line. Still going, the Dutchman. Going right through the middle, nudges it out to the right hand side. Dumfries making that run down. Oh, that was a poor ball to him from Barella. Goes to shake the Dutchman's hand. He knows that was far too strong. 68 minutes gone. 2-0 to Inter. Excuse me. Here comes Zé Pedro. And now here is Palestra. Fires it infield. Now, ball chipped over the top. That's a great ball. Now Palestra inside the area, right hand side, squares it across. Oh, it's cleared out there by Akanji. And that was a brave clearance, because that could have easily been an own goal. Great ball over the top. Now Palestra, who's the danger man, tried to square it for Mendy, but Akanji was there to clear it on the edge of the 6-yard box. It went just wide of the right-hand post. And now corner for Cagliari, and it will be Sebastiano Esposito with a corner on this right-hand side. Whipped in towards the back post, glancing header. Goes all the way out to this left-hand side. Picked up by Juan Rodriguez, but this is a foul on Akanji, who's clutching the back of his head. And it will be a free kick for Inter Milan. Yeah, just got a bit of a clatter there from Paul Mendy. Yeah, just elbow in the back of his head there from the Senegalese striker. So, 69 minutes gone. Well, it's going to be a drop ball, actually, over on this far right, left-hand side, as Cagliari attack. Ball is dropped down. Now here's Soleimani. Zé Pedro comes out to this right-hand side to Marco Palestra, up against DiMarco. Tries to take it round him. Forces him towards the corner flag. And the ball goes out for a throw-in just before the corner flag for Cagliari. And, excuse me, will it be? Well, no, actually, it's a corner. Adam Ober standing over this. On this near side, the Slovakian. Whips the ball into the area, headed, well, glancing header initially by Soleimani, hacked downfield, and now then into a look to break down this right hand side, but Barella can't keep the ball in, and it goes out for a throw-in, which is taken quickly. Here's Mina. Now Juan Rodriguez back to Soleimani. Now here's Mina just in front of the penalty area. Now Zé Pedro. They come down this right. Oh, that's a lovely turn by Palestra. Such a talented footballer. Comes into centre field now. Gets it out to this left-hand side to Aubert. Can he get a good ball in? He does, to the back post. Oh, but he just can't get on it there. Soleimani couldn't get a decent touch on it. And now DiMarco will break down this left-hand side. Esposito holds the ball up well on halfway. Gets it into centre field. Here comes Barella now. Feeds it down the right-hand side. Here's Thuram inside the area. Gets to the byline. Cuts the ball back, but it's too much of a cut back. And it's picked up by Cagliari, who are now inside the Milan half. Here is Esposito. Well, we've stopped play here. Not quite sure why. Oh, I thought they'd stop play. completely put the brakes on there, Esposito. Fooled me into thinking the referee had blown his whistle. Cagliari have it. Suleimana. Now Adoppo comes out to Palestra on this right-hand side, up against Di Marco. Feeds it into the area, left. Ooh. Right-footed shot there. Did it take a nick? It did. Sebastiano Esposito had a dig there from inside the area, took a deflection. There's going to be a change here for Inter. And Johan Boni, the Frenchman, is going to come on, but not quite yet. Corner for Cagliari on this left-hand side. Ball whipped in. Oh dear me, that's an awful corner. Well, the referee, I think, was blown up there. Maybe look at that again. I think that actually went out of play. That's unforgivable, really. When you're taking a corner, the ball went out of play and then curved back in. There's actually going to be a double change. Triple change. We're going to see Zielinski and Boni. Not sure who the other guy is just yet. They're not coming on at the moment. Martinez has the ball at his feet. And gets the ball back. Here's De Vries. Will bring it forward. 73.5 minutes gone. Inter comfortable here. Here's Carlos Augusto. Back to De Vries. Now Akanji on this right-hand side. Feeds it into Dumfries. Back to Martinez. Edge of his area. Now Augusto. Now Mkhitaryan. On this left-hand side. Good ball up to the halfway line. Now they can break down the middle here. This could be dangerous. Now, inside the area they have it. Brought down, left-footed shot from Esposito. It's blocked, but still comes back out here. Mkhitaryan, now Di Marco on this left-hand side. Feeds it back in field to Augusto. Now Barella. De Vries. Edge of the centre circle. Comfortable now, the hosts. Di Marco down the left-hand side, gets the ball back. Here's Barella once again, feeds it over to this right-hand side. Ball now comes into the area. Esposito tries to lay it off with his back to goal and then ends up fouling Rodriguez on the edge of the penalty area over on that far left-hand side. Right, so, excuse me, we're going to get a double change. Luis Henrique and Zielinski are coming on for Inter. Henrik Mkhitaryan is one of the players coming off. Very much veteran stages now. In fact, no, it is a treble change. So Mkhitaryan is off. And the Polish international Piotr Zielinski will come on. And it looks like Marcus Thuram. Yeah, he's the next man to make way. He's replaced by Johan Boni. Di Marco is also going to come off. He's replaced by Henrique. And we're going to see a change for Cagliari. The on-loan striker, the Nigerian Michael Folorunshio, is going to come on for Ibrahim Suleimana. So we're all present and correct. 76 minutes on the clock. Change is made, but it's still 2-0 to Inter Milan. Mina takes the quick free kick, gets the ball back, sends it across to Zé Pedro. Now then, here is Cagliari down this, back to Zé Pedro on this near side. He floats it across the field to Rodriguez. Ball infield again, hammered downfield, but easily defended by Akanji. Inter win it on halfway, but then give it away again. Foul comes in there on the Cagliari player. He stayed down. He's back up now. Referee waves play on. Here's Caprile. Comes out to Rodriguez on this left-hand side. Now Adam Aubert. Ball comes back in field. 77 minutes on the clock here at the San Siro. Zé Pedro up to halfway. They've given a good account of themselves here, of Cagliari. Here's a Doppo, long ball down the right channel. Looking here, the ball hooked in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Diving header, but Cagliari still have it. Cagliari player's gone down on the edge of the box. Referee has waved advantage. It goes out for a throw-in. It was Philip Mendy, the man that went down. It's going to be a throw-in. And Gabriel Zappa has snuck on without me noticing. Cheeky boy. He takes the throw-in. Cagliari have it on this right-hand side. Here is Zappa. Now Esposito fires it into centre field, gets the ball back, comes out to Zappa again on this right-hand side, up against Augusto. Edge of the area. Esposito tries to feed it through, but it was blocked, but he gets the ball back. Here is Adoppo on this right-hand side. Now Esposito once again back to Adoppo on this right-hand side, edge of the area, trying to wheedle his way in, plays it into centre field, and then there's an errant pass there, which is intercepted by Inter, and now they can break themselves down this left-hand side. Barella holds the ball up beautifully. Here is Zielinski, but he loses out to Adoppo. Lovely skill there from Esposito, but then he gives the ball away. Well, he puts it out for a throw-in, taken quickly by Zielinski. Now then, Inter have it on halfway, but then lose it. It's very scrappy at the moment. Then they've won it back, but the referee has blown up for a foul. So it will be a free kick to Cagliari on halfway. Taken quickly there by Zappa. Now it comes down this left-hand side. Folorunsho chips it into the area, gets it to the byline, but they can't control it. Mendy there on the dead ball line. Heavy touch from the Senegalese striker, and it goes out for a goal kick. They're certainly having a go here, Cagliari. And there's plenty to suggest. This is the second game I've commentated on the Sardinian side, and there is more than enough to suggest that they have more than what it takes to stay in this division. They are 6 points clear of the drop. And they've not made it easy for Inter this evening. But the difference has been they just haven't really created enough at the top end of the field. Now then, Inter, great ball down the right channel here, edge of the penalty area, but is that a foul? No, it's just going to be a goal kick. Ball played through there. And it was Bonny, the Frenchman, just a little nudge in the back, but the referee waved it off. Now Cagliari have it, comes up to the edge of the centre circle. Here's Adoppo, being put under big pressure. They lose the ball though on this near side. Gathered in here, and now Inter floated it out to the right hand side, but he couldn't control it. Goes all the way through to Caprile, rolls the ball out quickly. Now Folorunsho. Now Rodriguez. Now Folorunsho again on this far left hand side, fires it infield to Yerry Mina, who will bring it up to halfway. Zé Pedro back to Mina. Now Pedro again on halfway. Cagliari just happy to keep hold of the ball at the moment, trying to find a little opening. Now then, they have it inside the Milan half. Ball fired across by Esposito, but it strikes Mr. Marchetti on the shins. So that will be a halt in play, and it will be a drop ball to Cagliari when the ball strikes the referee. So a drop ball at the feet of Mina inside the centre circle. So 2-0 Milan. Here's Follow-Run-Show on this left-hand side. Feeds it down the side of the pitch there, but there's a foul by Barella. Will be a free kick to Cagliari over on that far left-hand side. The foul coming in there on Palestra. Well, there were 2 men involved on that, but he's a real talent, is Marco Palestra for Cagliari. The winger, very skillful, very quick, and maybe wouldn't surprise anyone if he secures a move to a bigger club. But right now it is a free kick to the Sardinians on this far left-hand side, halfway inside the Milan half. Floated into the area, headed into centre of the 18-yard box, but it's cleared away by Milan. Now here's Henrique. Long ball out to that far right-hand side, looking for the run again of Esposito. He gets there just in time, but it's a very heavy touch, and it's tidied up by Rodriguez. Back to the keeper, who fires it back out quickly. And Cagliari have it in centre field again. Just over 83 minutes gone. Inter Milan 2, Cagliari 0. Here's Yeremina. Now Rodriguez. That's a Follow-Run-Show on this left-hand side. Well, they're knocking it around here. Here's Mina once more. Back to the keeper, edge of the area. Caprile waving his players downfield. He lashes it up over the top there, but it's gone over the top of Mendy. It'll be tidied up by Akanji. Sends it back to Martinez, and he hammers it downfield once more. Mina wins the header, heads it back into the Milan half. And then Milan tidied up at the back, goes back to Martinez, plays this along the floor. Excuse me, I think the flag has gone up for offside anyway from the official. So it will be a free kick to Inter Milan. They're going to make another change here. And let's see who's coming off. It's Kalahoglu, the Turkish international, and he's replaced in that centre midfield area by David Fratesi, the Italian international. Worked really hard tonight as Hakan Kalahoglu in that engine room area, really run himself into the ground. They are the unsung heroes of any football team. Milan have it on halfway. Inside the final 5 minutes of this game now. Comes out to this left-hand side. Inter leading by 2-0. That's a foul by Mendy on halfway on Barella. And shove in the back there by the Senegalese striker on the Inter captain. Free kick taken quickly. Here's Zielinski. Up to halfway. Little dummy there. Carries on going. Finds it out to this left-hand side. Opportunity here. If they can get the ball in across the area here from Boni. Fires it into the back post. Header comes in, but it's over the bar from Dumfries. Half chance there for Milan to get their third goal of the evening. It was great work from Boni. Got away from Zé Pedro and then floated the ball from the edge of the area. But Dumfries just couldn't get over the top of it. Ball floated up to Mendy. He's fouled. And then now an Inter player has gone down, holding his face. It's Carlos Augusto. Well, holding his face and his ankle. Either way, it's going to be a free kick to Cagliari. Mendy was the man who was fouled, but Augusto... Well, let's have a look here. Well, Mendy was down, then he got back up and tried to win the ball, and maybe he's clipped Carlos there. He's back up on his feet now. Zé Pedro has been replaced, meanwhile, by Andrea Bellotti. Cagliari have it with Folorunsho just short of halfway. Just over 87 minutes gone. Foul comes in there on that far left-hand side on Palestra. It will be a free kick to Cagliari. They take it quickly. But Inter are going to retain their vice-like grip on Serie A tonight. Folorunsho. They were frustrated in that first half, but they took 2 clinical chances, 2 goals in 4 minutes. And Andy Diouf is going to come on now, the Frenchman, for Inter for the final couple of minutes plus change. And it will be the captain. He's been outstanding tonight. Got that second goal, Nicolo Barella. It's a huge ovation from the San Siro as the captain comes off. Vastly experienced Italian international. It's been magnificent tonight. Gets a real big hug off Christian Kivu. And Diouf comes on. Final 90 seconds of normal time. Here is Diouf now. Being put under big pressure there by Zappa. Gets the ball back to Carlos Augusto. Rolls it back to Martinez. Not really had a save to make, but that's not the best ball he's played out there. Just about managed to keep it in play. And Henrique chips the ball out to this right-hand side to Akanji. That's a great ball over the top down that right-hand side, but that's a great tackle and a robust tackle coming in there on Fratese by Rodriguez. It will be a throw-in into edge of the area, a little back heel into the area. But Cagliari don't deal with it. It breaks again for Inter here. Now here's Luis Enrique. Into the area it comes. Trying to hold it up here, it's Boni. Back to Enrique now. Boni on left-hand side of the penalty area. Final 30 seconds of normal time. Enrique chips it towards the 6-yard box, and it was a tight angle. And it's fired way over to that right-hand side. And it goes out near the corner flag for a throw-in to Cagliari. So final few seconds here at the San Siro. And the league leaders have done what they do best. They withheld a stubborn Cagliari side. 4 minutes of added time here in that first half. They have the ball back inside the area, but it's defended. Folorunsho sends it back. Now it comes out to this left-hand side again for the Sardinians. Now, can they break downfield down this left-hand side? They float the ball over. It's gathered in now on this right-hand side. Ball whipped into the area. Oh, it's a glancing header from De Vries, but they have it over on this far left-hand side. And they still have it here now, Cagliari. Here's Folorunsho. Tries a long-range shot, but it's way, way wide of that far right-hand post. Frustration there for the on-loan Nigerian. So 1 minute gone of the added 4. And Inter. It's been a professional performance from the league leaders tonight. They've soaked up a lot of pressure in that first half and shown their mettle with 2 excellent goals in the second half. They've really not been under threat at all evening. Long clearance downfield. Cagliari win the header, but it's hacked downfield again. And it'll be picked up on this left-hand side by Luis Enrique for Inter. Nudge it back towards the halfway line. Augusto. Now Enrique once again. Feeds it downfield. It breaks down for Bonney on this left-hand side. Now, edge of the area. Nudges it infield. Now then, shot from Zielinski. Oh, what a strike from the pole! Top right-hand corner. That is an absolute beauty from Piotr Zielinski. It is 3-0. It's harsh on Cagliari, but that just shows the quality of this Inter Milan side. Brought on, he's normally a starter, given a rest tonight, comes off the bench, and that is a heck of a strike from the Polish international Piotr Zielinski, the number 7. Edge of the area, right-footed, and he drilled it. Beautiful goal. Set up here, little knock back there, and he's absolutely drilled that into the top right-hand corner on the half volley. A stunning strike. Lovely play there from Milan. Just nudged it back there towards the edge of the area, and he absolutely hammered it home. 3-0. And Inter have come out in this second half, and they've been absolutely clinical. Final minute now of this added time. And now Inter come again here with Zielinski. They have it on the edge of the area on this right-hand side, but they lose the ball now. Here's Foloruncio. He breaks down this left-hand flank for Cagliari. Inside the final minute of added time. Infield it comes. Sulemana now. He's got space to run into here. Tries the long-range shot, but it's awful. Goes way, way wide of the left-hand post. Sorry, it was a Doppo. Beg your pardon. And it is a goal kick for Milan. Oh, actually, it took a touch. It's a corner. My bad. Corner on this left-hand side. Inside the final few seconds now here. And a corner for Cagliari on this left-hand side. Can they find something here in the dying seconds? 3-0 they trail. It's been a thoroughly professional performance. They take it short, gets the ball back. Heavy touch into the area. It's poor. Hammered away. That is the full-time whistle here at the San Siro. And Inter Milan, well, they've done the job. Frustrated in the first half, but goals on 52 from Thuram, 56 from Barella, and then Zielinski with a wonder goal on 92 minutes have done the job for the Azzurro-Neri, and they maintain a very strong lead at the top of the Serie A table. A 12-point lead over Napoli. Cagliari, well, they gave it all, everything they had, but they just didn't have any quality at the top of the pitch. They're still 6 points clear of the drop zone. I fully expect them to be okay. But here, from the San Siro, it's finished. Inter Milan 3, Cagliari 0. I've been Joe Mills. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. From me, buonanotte.